RFD-TV.
And welcome back to our Market Day Report. One last look at the livestock trade. And again, helping us do that, Todd Horwitz from the floor at the CME Group, Bubba Trading. And the livestock trade here has been one that we've been watching with you. You've been really did it, I must say, give you kudos. They're watching this market. The market, this is going to break out one way or the other. It's gone higher. How much more room in the cattle and feeder cattle do we have in your view?
I think we look at the live cattle. I think probably another couple of bucks. Probably one. I would say probably no higher than 138. We saw 137.68 a few weeks ago. I think 138 is probably it. Now again, I'm not getting bearish at that level. What I'm really looking for is that shows me that there's going to be some resistance. There's going to be some sellers probably going to step in at that level and try to push it back down. I think we've got room to go back down to probably the low 130, 131, 132. That's where I look at it right now. But again, I'm really looking for a spot to buy here. I'm not looking to be there sell. I would only short sell as a short-term trade, looking for quick action. But overall, I think we're going higher. But again, we're coming up again against some upper head resistance. I want to wait till we sell off now. I would not buy anything here. I'd be waiting. And in feeder is pretty much the same story. 160 was our top level, and we've been in that 150 to 160 level. I think we got to see it come back down, because the markets themselves, when they act best, is when they start churning in these patterns, and they can finally break out to the. In our case, we want the upside here. I think we've got upside room, but from here, I think you're going to see more likely a sell-off back into first look at 155, and then probably 151 or 152. I'm a buyer at 151, 152 right now. I think we do go all the way back down there. There's a lot of things going on, again, not only in this market, but generally. So I think, but the products look good. I think we look to go higher, but I think we need some work to do, and I think we're going to see some selling here before long.
Now, I want to go back to make sure we're following here in the live cattle. You're talking on the April contract now, excuse me, with February off the board next week. You're talking April?
Correct.
At 138. And then
Correct.
Feeder cattle. All right, feeder cattle, you were looking at that 160?
160. Yeah.
Is that April as well?
Is that April or March? I'm not sure.
Well, they're running pretty close together. I just want to make sure which ones you're quoting.
Either one is fine. I mean, they're both the same. I mean, that level is going to hold, right? We know the formation. Remember, we always talk about that backwardation and contango formation. So either one is fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking to get a spot to get in here, and I'm assuming it may not be till April.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of difference, and you can look all the way down that futures contract for February for feeder cattle, and there's only not even a dollar when you look at March, April, May, and August. There's not a lot of separation. Before we have to say goodbye, I want to look at the lean hog complex with you, Todd, and take a look at a lean hog complex that is mixed today. Now that April, back above 70, they worked at it all day, and they finally got there.
Well, you know, Mark, as I said, there's a giant move coming here, and it's still flatlining. It's 69 to 71 until we can get above 71 and hold, or below 69 and hold. They're not going to do anything. I see this. I'm going to continue to insist. There's a very big move coming here, but until I can break it out, there's nothing for me to do here, because I don't want to. I think it's going to be the upside, but I can't buy because I can't take the chance that they break hard to the downside. This is a time of the market. You got to sit and let the markets dictate to you what's going to happen. Yeah. And right now, in these levels, there's nothing really to do.
That's hard to do sometimes, I'm sure, in your position where you just got to sit and wait because your psyche says you need to want to trade every day, but
we're compelled to trade. We need action, and there is no action.
Got to have some action. Thanks a lot for the action today. We'll talk to you tonight on our Rural Evening News.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, Todd Horwitz live from Chicago. Real quick, through the live cattle, feeder cattle.